Hello everyone, happy Friday. This one is the what's happening. What be happening? What kind of games are gonna be happening on Homie? Friday, August 22nd, 2025. They're supposed to start dribbling out the Epstein files, having some little releases. Of course, they'll be with redactions, and I think there was something about a judge that said they couldn't release the the grand jury files, and that the DOJ already had all that anyway, right? Even though they said no, they don't have anything. There's nothing. God. Okay, so with the visions of life, and I also have my other little deck here with the cards that are all in order, just in case I need to, pull out the real card so that you can see. Because the artwork in this deck is wacky, but they're good. They're perfect for Tron. Oh, right there. Okay. So, it's the can of whoop-ass upside the head. Okay, so with the death card here coming out as the forces in motion for the entire day, this has to do with transitions and experiences of physical change that are just, you've got a transition and an ending, and then after this card, after this major arcana evolutionary gateway in the soul, a person's soul development, what happens is that things, now we can initiate these things on our own. Like every time I've moved house, I've gotten this card. When I was asking, should I move? It's like, yeah, we're done here. We need to move on. I wanted a different experience, right? So they can be self-initiated or not. But so I don't know if he's initiating something. But the happenings readings are about what's happening to him. So there's a life change that he can't control. No matter how much he wants to, he cannot. The big challenge for the day is the Ace of Pentacles. It's the financial stability card. Always looking for money. That's him. Always looking, grifting. He wants more of that gold leaf everywhere, all around. Where's the money? I need more money. And that's all he thinks about. But in the challenge position, this means that he doesn't have any control over his finances, really. And he's refusing offers, or because of his inner state, just because of who he is, he's missing opportunities. So there you go. Oh, it's the Mater card. Oh no. Now, of course, if you have a garden and you have too many tomatoes in one season, yeah, you would feel this way too. But he doesn't grow tomatoes, and he's very afraid of people. He's always been afraid of somebody throwing tomatoes at him. So there's that. Oops, let me bring this down a little bit. Maybe you can see the artwork a little better. Okay. So, holy tomatoes. And then he really just wants lots of sweets. He really does. And that's what he's going towards all day. What's happening to him is he's constantly being tempted. He's in fear of things happening to him, being thrown at him, that has him out of control. And, what's the can of whoop-ass about, right? And there you go. And then just going towards the sweets. It makes sense. It makes perfect sense to me. So, and this being the Chariot card, it's possible that he's just putting his will out there. There's a lot of self-will going on. It's also a card of genetics. With in the health readings, it because it's ruled by Cancer, it's like the stomach but genetics as well. So I think it's just I think I just need to go with the artwork. It's him afraid of tomatoes, doesn't like tomatoes, but he sure likes the sweets. And then what's happening to him? People are criticizing him. Oh, poor Dopey. And it's getting to him. And then also there's a lot of temptation here going on. And, he's probably looking at people around looking at women around his golf club, wherever I don't know if he's at the one in Virginia, close to DC, that's very possible. But wherever he's going or wherever he is, he's always doing that. That's nothing new. There's no way he's having any compassion for other people, but maybe people are trying to thinking of donating to him because he's up for bribes. He's the pay for play guy, of course, right? Yeah, quid pro quo, all that stuff. And then with the Justice card here, whoa. Let's see what else. Okay, Justice and you know what? This card reminds me so much of that Monty Python movie. What was it? The Meaning of Life? I think it was The Meaning of Life, where the mom's at the sink doing dishes and a baby just falls out, and her other daughter's behind her, and she goes, "Can you catch that for me, Deirdre?" You can see in this card, it's like, no more kids, right? But I'm wondering if something comes out legally about somebody that he's fathered in the past, or something that has to do with women and their ability, to take, to have our own healthcare options given back to us. It would be what would need to happen to have justice, because this is the Justice card here. But it doesn't look like things are very fair, does it? Not at all. I mean, that's the plight of the woman. We don't even make as much as, well, you can if you own your own business and you set your own whatever. I mean, people like, Estee Lauder and some other, look at what Kim Kardashian's done. So, anyway. But in the old days, if you're working for the man, the CEO is always going to make, I don't know, maybe even 1,000 times more than you do. Let's see what's at the bottom. So I'm not really getting anything more. What do you guys get from this? I just feel like there's justice, and maybe there's just a lot of women, because you know what? This woman's, she's pissed. She's telling the stork to get out of there. She's had enough. So maybe this is women, all the women who've had enough, and they're tired of all the corporate payouts and how, I mean, the things that he has set up with, Project 2025 and the entire, all the Medicaid, being taken away. There might be something coming out about that in the news, because what's the criticism about, right? Like, what's the can of whoop ass upside the head about? And it has to do with money, right? People are throwing tomatoes about it. All he's doing is just going after sweets because he doesn't care about anyone else. And then, meanwhile, there's criticism. And this could very well have to do with Ghislaine Maxwell. And was there some pay for play? I mean, of course, he's a part of the transnational money laundering crime syndicate. But there's all this with money and justice, and we don't have justice with Ghislaine Maxwell. She's put into Club Fed. So I think there's something about that. Let's see. What's at the bottom? Okay, we keep getting this every day. Let's see. Is there another one that's any good? Ace of Wands. No good. So Three of Cups. Yeah. Well, these kind of go together. I know we've had the Chariot card, this action card, but his action is going towards the sweets. And there's no way he's on an exercise bike. And then he's got this friend that keeps making him look into the mirror. But maybe, and this is all day long, but maybe, so he could have a female friend that has him looking into the mirror and saying, hey, come on, we got to be careful or whatever. Don't eat that. Maybe. But also, it could very well be that what's happening to him is that women, especially his base, his MAGA base, more and more of them are looking into the mirror and going, what in the hell did I vote for? Because of Ghislaine Maxwell, because of Jeffrey Epstein, because of everything that's coming out about him. And then, the stunt with Putin, given Putin. And then by now, the video, probably everybody's seen that video of the tank with an American flag and a Russian flag, going through Ukraine. Or was it going through Russia? I don't know where it was going, actually. So, anyway. That's all I got. Have a wonderful weekend.